Coach, any win is a great win. Any win on the road feels even better. But to do it here at a place where UT Martin has been so dominant, you look in their last 30 games here, 25-5. I think 18-3 over their last 21. Your group comes in here and earns a hard-earned road win, 37-10. What stood out to you and what your team was able to do so well here tonight?
Yeah, proud of the guys. Just, we came out here and executed. I told them, every game is different, the story of the game when you look back. I felt like we needed all three phases. I think our defense played outstanding to hold that offense to 10 points and just make them work for everything. We took the ball away again, kind of traded turnovers there. A little bit sloppier offensively for a second, where it felt like, we needed to put those guys away or extend the lead. We weren't able to. Sometimes that's going to happen. And then just everybody having each other's back, different phases. Felt like, again, how we ended the half was a big momentum, and then us having the ball out. I feel like we made a little adjustment, Coach Frame, when they were going to sky kick it to us. So we put Tay where they would sky kick it to Tay to start the second half around midfield. And then VD with a big return leading to touchdowns. And that's what, we preach all the time, like great teams. You can preach about it because I think every coach probably does. But when they start to take that to heart on like how hard it is to win and how focused you have to be and how you have to make adjustments and the substitutions and all of those type of things. There's a lot of things from this game that we have to clean up really on the offensive side, the penalties, starting behind the chains. But there was a lot of positives too. Just felt like our defense right now just, not giving up the explosive play. We gave up the one, but limiting we haven't given up an explosive play for a touchdown. And I feel like those are key, right? When you look at turnover margin and then you look at explosive plays, but explosive plays that go for touchdowns, we've had several. So there's a formula to win. It doesn't get you any points next week, so you just got to – well, we talked about it. Enjoy this one, and then it's right back to work tomorrow. It's a long season, and we just got to keep building.
Coach Hill, you talk about momentum plays all the time, and you credit your defense tonight. Just how much different this game – I know it's a pretty obvious statement / question by me, but, man, those 2 fourth-down stops by your defense there in the first half, to me, that just – it really kind of changed the trajectory of your night, how you felt those 2 fourth-down stops, how massive they were back in the first half.
Yeah, and I told the team last night in our team meeting, probably my favorite drive of last week was the 4th-down stop at the end of the game. Some people wouldn't understand that, but to build that confidence that things get tight down there, make them keep snapping it. 4th and 1's not a gimme. And just have the belief that, hey, that we're built for this type of stuff. So that's, 3 4th-down stops in a row, that we've had an opportunity to get to. And so, incredible job. That's a credit to everybody. I mean, the coaches and the players going out there and executing the plan. And, just proud of the guys. It's not easy. That's what I message to them. I mean, winning's not easy. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you're playing. Every game's a little different. Last week was 55,000 and bright lights and all of that kind of stuff. This was, coming to Martin, Tennessee, and not a huge crowd. And you just have to be ready to play and fundamentally do the right things if you want to be a great team.
Nick, you outgained them by 199 yards, but I don't think that's really the story. You held them to 81 yards the final half, where they had 210 yards in the first half, just 81 yards in the second half. And we talked about you kind of sucked the soul right out of their offense during that final 30 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, 88 yards, made them work. We got off the field, the back-to-back scores for us. And then, they just did a great job. I mean, that's a great team defense. And then when you look down the stat sheet or you watch the tape, it's multiple guys playing well, making plays from the corners to guys running. They play hard, and that sounds like, man, everybody should play hard. But when it's out here and they snap the ball 70 plays like you watch college football, it's not a given. It just has to be an expectation. And those guys, good things happen when you play violent and you play hard. We're 3 games in, so it's got to be just who our identity is. And I think as the game goes and the season goes, we'll figure out, our identity of our team. It was good to see us run the ball. I mean, it kind of, I know it frustrates DJ, but that was a hell of a drive,
Yes.
to go 99 yards. And we ran the ball. We took time off the clock, really sucked the life out of them. And for us to, I don't know if he got in or not, but that was, and then just to respond to that and then come back. And I felt like Chandler's going to be, I felt like the run game started to pick up and just using multiple backs. But, Chandler is going to be a great addition. I thought LaShawn had some great runs, and then Ed gave us a spark. And Ed's got a role on this team that he can get loose. He's explosive. He's good in the pass game. So I mean, as we continue to evolve in this thing, different people will get their touches.
You talked about the drive where DJ unfortunately fumbled it in the end zone. 9 minutes and 32 seconds, 98 yards.
Yeah, and whether I don't know. I mean, they told us before not going to be good camera angles.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was close, but yeah, I know that one will grind him. And so we just have to respond from it, and something we got to learn from. We got to close that thing out. And then, and special teams, I mean, right there at the end, not punting it to them down 20. You never know what can happen in a football game. We had that fake in, and, it was it's one of those that's kind of on Paul to make sure he has the right look. You got to trust your players. And then, obviously, all the pro scouts come and watch Paul. But they know how athletic. He's pretty athletic, and he got to show it right there. He's going to be feeling good.
I almost thought he was never going to take off with it because their entire team had turned around and was running with their backs to him. And I thought, when are you going to run?
Yeah, no, I think he really executed it well, because if he sees one guy that's spying him, in those situations, a lot of teams do that, but you're going to let your coverage guys get down there so they have to fair catch it, right, when they're in straight hold up. Coach Poor, special teams guy, he can tell you that. So when they're in hold up, you can hold it for a little bit. They're not rushing. They're just going to hold everybody up. So you can let your gunners get down there, really force a fair catch, hit a high one. And then whenever you see on film that there might be something to take advantage of, if nobody's watching you, just take off and go get it.
I think Coach Poor maybe ruined one of your play calls because it was one of DJ Williams' rushes. And I believe he said, diddle, diddle, nobody up the middle tonight. So he may have – I'm sure that's one of your check calls, Coach, during the game. But in all seriousness, this will be my last question for you before I know, obviously, a big week for the War for the Wheel with SEMO next week. But did tonight really showcase what we have talked about internally in the program so much is – DJ creates so much for your offense when things break down that you really can't simulate in a practice. But, man, oh, man, the touchdown, the Fabian, so many different examples tonight. It just felt like tonight was teaching tape of that for him.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of DJ Williams plays that it's really, him. That third down was big with him. He'll have a couple that he wishes that he had back. The third down – we got in the third and long. We got the holding penalty, and then kind of a miscommunication on DJ and VD. VD stopped, and there's a read on that play. They didn't give us really Tampa 2 where he would sit it down. He should probably clear the window, and I don't know if we pick up the first down, but we're going to grow from that. And then the second one probably I didn't need to put him in that. We had a pop play on to Schwindeman. They ended up playing man-to-man, and then it hit the guy's helmet. So it wasn't the best execution on all of us. Put him in a tough spot right there with that play call. But, yeah, when DJ can especially in their defensive structure, like at the end of the half, when they're going to play 3 high safeties, just rush 3 guys, you got a pretty elite runner there that you're not accounting for. So I felt like that was a huge momentum for us to go down there and get the field goal. I thought he might score right there. But for us we talk about that middle 8 can really swing the game, the momentum. And I think we scored 17 points in a 6-minute span to really take a hold of this game.
Coach Hill, congratulations. It's just one statement. I know there's many more to go, but a really loud statement by your team tonight. We'll catch up with you as we preview SEMO in the coming week.
All right, appreciate it, guys.
Once again, that was head coach Nick Hill. Join us from the field. His interview is brought to you by Sam C. Mitchell Law, Lance Brown and Matthew Caraway, cheering and fighting for Southern Illinois.